Hi, in this video I will interview Bas van Abel, Creative Director at the Waag Society in Amsterdam. So Bas has been developing fablabs in the Netherlands in an effort to build up the infrastructure for decentralized production of goods. So, while he tries to find out how everyday products are made, I try to find out what these fablabs are all about.
Well, a fab lab is an abbreviation for fabrication laboratory. So it's a place where you can fabricate stuff. And with stuff, I mean, real stuff, physical stuff, but with the technology used in the digital world. So you can, it's about digital fabrication. So it's computer-controlled machines that can make physical products. And a good example, which a lot of people might know, is 3D printing, but also laser cutting, CNC milling. So the good thing about Fab Labs is that you can exchange information worldwide, because there are more than 100 Fab Labs worldwide already, on a digital level, so through networked systems, and you can produce stuff locally on a local level.
Why would you want to produce stuff on a local level? What's the benefit you're looking for?
Well, the benefit is that people get to know the processes behind their products, and a lot of innovation comes from that. So you can imagine a lot of people like designers, hackers, even people are interested in having ideas, having concepts, would love to be able to produce them themselves, which I might call personal fabrication. Mm-hmm. But they don't have the tools, they don't have the facilities, because it's not that a fab lab has very special stuff which is not ready for already in the market for the last 20 years. It's like 3D printing. It has been there for 30 years, but it hasn't been so accessible as it is now. And because it becomes accessible, new innovation arises from a bottom-up system instead of a top-down research institute.
Okay, so it's about creating new things, doing new things, and innovation.
It's creating new things from the needs of everyday life.
But so in your talk, the title at least seemed to indicate also something else. I mean, you say if you can't open it, you don't own it. How is that ownership important?
Well, I see ownership not so much as property, as you have. If you look at the meaning of ownership, a lot of it has to do with profit. It's mine. But yeah. I see ownership as an engagement in this way, so I have to make that clear at first. So ownership to me is being able to engage in a system that makes the product, the stories around the product. And I think a really, really good way to do that is to make people part of the production of that product. And that's where Fab Labs come in as well. So it might really change the relation we have with the stuff around us. Like before the Industrial Revolution, people were everything was much closer to your own surroundings. And what we did now is we place factories outside our countries, in faraway countries. People make stuff there anonymously. Stuff comes out of the ground somewhere in Africa with a lot of conflicts around it. And in order to be able to really own your stuff and be part of this story, and to also take responsibility, I think we have to be able to open our products.
So you clearly care about this. If I see you talking, how did you get involved in this? I mean, what made this so important for you?
Well, I like opening stuff myself, and one of the things that I hate is when you have a TV. It happened to me. I have this Samsung television, a flat screen, and it stopped working. And so I wanted to open the TV to just see what's inside and where. I have some technical background, so I know how to use a hammer on electronics. So I just used the hammer and did some stuff on the electronics, and it started working again. And I knew that it was probably something with the transformer. But anyway, I was able to repair that television because I had the screwdriver, and I was able to open it. On the other hand, I also had a Nintendo DS, which I couldn't open because they use special screws. And that really, really made me, upset. Let's put it that way. So I think when you look at products, how they're designed, they're not designed in a way that they allow people to engage with the product, even on the simplest level of being able to repair your product. So how can you expect people to take responsibility also on this whole supply chain and all this dark matter which is around, the economic system that makes that product and makes you into a consumer. So we have to really step out of this consumer cocoon and start opening up our products, and also start demanding that they don't make phones that you have to send back because you're not allowed to change the battery yourself.
Yeah, so it's about giving people access to their devices, and
products should be designed in such a way that at least a group of people who want to, because not everyone wants to open their products, but a group of people who want to, that they are able to open it. And there's another thing connected to that, and that's if you go look at e-waste we produce, it's like 15 kilos a year we produce on e-waste, and this is all stuff we could probably use for other reasons, and we send it to Africa and it ends up somewhere on a toxic dump.
Yeah.
So why these business models that we have to change our phone every 18 months? Even though we can use it for another 2 years.
Yeah.
It's all connected in my opinion. All these things, business models, the design of stuff, the responsibility you take. If you're not open sourcing and make stuff radically transparent in the way what happens in open source software, and if you don't do that within the physical world is still 5 times more economically seen bigger than the virtual information systems, then stuff will not change. So we need to take this principle into the physical world.
So is that going to be your message to the people at the conference also, that we need to change things?
Start demanding open products.
Okay, that sounds like a good message. Let's see if we can make that happen.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Bas. Beautiful. I look forward to your talk.
Okay, thanks.
So, that marks the end of the interview with Bas van Abel. He'll be speaking at a Future Media track at the LinuxDays conference in Prague. So this event brings together 4 different conferences in one location. There's the local LinuxDays with a lot of Czech sessions. The 4th International openSUSE conference, where contributors of this awesome distro plan for the future. The first Gentoo mini conference, it's where you can learn all about this interesting source-based distribution. And there's the SUSE Labs meetup, where a lot of highly specialized engineers talk about the guts of the Linux operating system. So networking, memory management, file systems, boot infrastructure, those kind of things. So I look forward to seeing you there. I suggest you book a trip and a hotel if you haven't done so already. And of course register. You can visit us on bootstrapping-awesome.org. Thanks for watching. Have a lot of fun.